What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails into Reverie. Last time we finished Lloyd's Act 1 route, pretty much ending with Rufus once again taking control of Crossbell with his Ebon defense force. The SSS has been beaten, and Ilya, seemingly with a gnome-type mask on her face, her dancing was spreading some kind of curse towards the civilians again, so now they were all about believing in Rufus's grand dream. So, that's where things pretty much end for Act 1 of Lloyd's route. So now I think we're going to be moving on to Reen's route for Act 1. So, let's see what happens. Yeah, so they let you choose it. There will obviously be a third route here on the right, but we haven't gotten to that character yet. So it's nice, and it's nice that it shows you when everything takes place. So on 3:15, so Reen's route for Act 1 will start pretty much the day after the Orcus Tower. Well, not the day after, because the prologue was on 2:14, 3:15. So pretty much the day that we just got to. Or the day we just finished, we're gonna see where Reen picks up from there. So let's get started. Alright, Reen, it has been long since we saw you, and since you were the main character, so let's see what you're up to. They're just having a big fight.
この程度か。まだやれます。クルト了解。未熟。クルト
Well, Kurt's dead. What a way to start the chapter or act, huh?
クレアさん。このままでは橋の下に隠れるわよ。
And Yuna and Altina are fighting Claire for some
早
reason.
く教官のところに向かわないと。あの二人も動けないし。いずれにせよ、このままでは雪解け水に体温を奪われ危険です。どうにかして退避を。それで身を隠したつもりですか。資格がない。これがアイスメイデンの本気。
But why though?
一体どうしてこんなことに。
So I assume we're gonna get a lead up to how this happened, with her saying that. Several hours before, at 10 a.m. Okay. Okay, so he did take them to Ymir like he said he wanted to, and Claire is with them. Not attacking them. So is this for another, like, exercise? They're in school uniform, so... Good to see Ymir in, I mean, obviously the last time we were actually in Ymir was, Cold Steel 2. Reen Schwarzer. Gee, I wouldn't have known. Claire Revelte. Civilian clothing.
わあ、ここが教官のご実家のユミルですか。
Yep.
いい場所ですね。静かで心が落ち着きます。へえ、もう3月だってのにまだ雪が残ってやがんのか。もうだいぶ溶け始めたけどな。1ヶ月前だったらまた違う景色が見られたんだが。
次はぜひ見てみたいものです。
Oh,
教
Lord.
官と二人っきりの里帰りにでも。思えば2年前はここでずいぶんお世話になりました。
むしろこちらの方がお世話になりっぱなしでした
Yeah,
が。
she helped set up all those defenses and stuff.
確か 内戦の時に教官たちが拠点にしていたんでしたっけ？
ああ、クレアさんには里の通信設備や防衛体制の強化に力を貸してもらってな。
私も2年ぶりです。アルフィン殿下とエリゼさんを拉致した時以来ですね。ともかくリーンさんの久しぶりの帰郷とか。
Yeah, change the topic real quick.
まずはシュバルツァー男爵閣下への報告に参りましょうか。
はい、父と母に教え子たちを紹介しないと。
教官のご両親に挨拶ですか？
なんか緊張してきたかも。お父様とお母様にご挨拶。どんな自己紹介がいいかしら。
Oh lord.
シュバルツァの数々の武勇でも語ってやろうか？
頼むから余計なことは言わないでくれ。
Altina feels probably nervous about this. The last time she was as the snow thaws, Reen's Route, Act 1. But yeah, the last time Altina would have been here was, you know, when Reen's father got almost killed by those Jaegers. Welcome to the home of Baron Schwarzer. We have eagerly been waiting your arrival. Whoa, a real maid. You can tell she's been well trained. I didn't expect to find you helping out, Maple. You've gotten way better at welcoming guests. Hehe, the Phoenix Wings has trained me well, young Reen. You're seeming a lot more grown up yourself, just not as much as me. And suddenly, all pretenses of professionalism slip away. Now, please come this way. Baron and Lady Schwarzer await you in the study. Yeah, she was the one who we always saw, you know, over by the Phoenix Wings, yeah. Who's she? An old friend of mine who works at the Phoenix Wings. She's got a year on me and is determined to never let me forget it. You seem rather close, but looks to me like all friends, no benefits. I figured Schwarzer would have every chick in town fawning over him. I wouldn't have put it past him either, to be honest. Is this really what you think of me? Clearly nobody here would dare get in the Lee's way. Here we go again. I'm starting to feel a little sorry for him. That makes two of us. Something wrong, young Reen? Sorry, we're coming now. You really have to call him young Reen?
父さん、母さん、ただいま戻りました。
Have they seen him since everything that happened with Osborne, I wonder? I mean, I'm sure they've spoken, but...
よく帰ってきたな、リー。
Oh yeah, this is the first time he has a voice, by the way. There is a drama CD from before that has him talk, but this is the first in-game scene of Reen's father and mother having voices.
こうして顔を見るのは半年ぶりくらいですね。
Okay, half year. So he probably did go and see them right after the war ended.
なかなか思うように里帰りできなくてすみません。最近はエリゼの方も忙しくて久しく帰れていないそうですが、父さんと母さんによろしく伝えるよう頼まれました。
うん。あの子もアストライアの学生会長として頑張っていることだろう。
頑張りすぎて無理していないと良いのですが。
エリゼなら心配はいりません。後輩から慕われているようですし、アルフィン殿下のように頼りになる友人もいます。
So, with how much they, like at the end of Cold Steel, they say 6 months went by in the blink of an eye, and then that's when they awoke Milliam, or put her in that new body. So does that mean Milliam's only been awake for, like, a couple weeks as of this game starting?
それに、不定の輩が近づくことのないよう、
Oh lord.
俺もなるべく目を光らせていますから。
So, Patrick. Got it.
そうか。
むしろその過保護ぶりが心配では。エリゼ先輩もいろいろと大変ですね。ご無沙汰しております、男爵閣下、ルシア夫人。
リーベルト少佐、歓迎するよ。今の時勢において鉄道憲兵隊が繁忙を極めていることは想像にたやすい。 ユミルにいる間だけでもぜひゆっくりと骨を休めてくれ。
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Why is she here? Like, if Rain is just taking his students to visit his home, like, it's kind of weird that she would be coming
お
along.
心遣いありがとうございます。
そして彼らが
はい。以前にも話した俺の教え子たちです。
Kurt Vander.
クルト・バンダールです。リーン教官の指導のもと日々研鑽を重ねております。
君が例のバンダール流には類いまれなる双剣術の使い手か。優れた資質を持ちながらそれに甘んじず誇示する様子もない。リーンからも聞いているが、その若さでは実に得難いことだ。
I'd agree.
少し過大評価な気はしますが。
Yep. That's literally there's the humbleness.
決してそんなことはないさ。
Oh boy, this will be an intro.
アッシュ・カーバイドだ。俺に関してはさぞ手を焼くやつだとかそんな感じで聞いてんじゃねえか。
君がアッシュ君か。むしろその逆だ。素行や態度の悪さはあくまで君の表層部分に過ぎん。その実、頭が切れ、気配りも効いた文校の皆に頼られる存在と聞いている。
はあてめえ、くだらねえことを吹き込んでんじゃねえぞ。
素直じゃないな。アッシュさんはそういうタイプのツンデレキャラですから。
Ash tries really hard to be that prickly jerk. Oh god, please, don't.
ミュゼイ・イーグレットと申します。リーン教官とエリゼ先輩にはいろいろとお世話になりました。
ミューゼ君か。君の事情も聞いている。その年で多くの重責を担う役目はさぞかし大変だろう。
いえ、リーン教官が心の支えになってくれているので平気です。
Subtle as always.
ただ、それはまた。
父さんたちの前でも遠慮がないな。
エリゼからも聞いてはいるが、やはりただものではないようだな。どうかリーンとエリゼのことをこれからもよろしく頼む。
はい、お任せください、お父様。またどさくさに紛れて。油断も隙もありませんね。はじめまして、ユーナ・クロフォードと言います。その入学前にリーン教官に助けられたことがあって、今も助けられっぱなしですけど、いつか自分も多くの人の助けになれるよう精進させてもらっています。
Good goal.
君がクロスベルのなかなか良い心意気だ。
ええ、聞いていた通りひたむきで元気なお嬢さんですね。教官は私のことをどんな風に？
ああ、困難な状況でも決して諦めず周りを照らしてくれる存在だと。そんな君のことを頼りにしているそうだ。
そんなことをってみんなの前で言われるとめちゃくちゃ恥ずかしいというか。
You asked.
なんだか俺まで照れくさくなるな。
もはや今更ですけどね。
ちょっぴりジェラシーです。もういいから。あと自己紹介していないのは。
This ought to be interesting.
アルティナ・オライオンです。ある？2年前、北の両兵のユミル襲撃に乗じてエリゼさんとアルフィン殿下をさらったアルティナさん、私は本来ならここに招かれるべき存在ではありません。ですがせっかくの機会なので。あの時は本当に申し訳ありませんでした。
Aww.
アルティナ、そこまで気にしていたんだな。
顔を上げなさい。二人に怪我を負わせたわけでもないし、 君は命令に従ったまでのこと。
Yeah, but you were in a pool of blood.
その意味でも火を感じる必要はない。
それは。
だが、私にも言いたいことはある。ありがとう、アルティナ君。内戦後、政府のオーダーで各地に赴いたリーンを1年以上にわたってサポートしてくれたそうじゃないか。
That is true.
リーンの父親としてどうか改めて礼を言わせてほしい。
いいえ、それは任務ですから。
だとしてもだ。
それに今のあなたは自分で選んでこの場所にいるのでしょ。
はい、今は自分の意志で教官や皆さんのいる7組に在籍しています。ある。
いい返事だな。
ならば君を歓迎しない理由はないな。こんなにも素晴らしい教え子たちに恵まれるとはリーンも幸せ者だな。
Right?
ええ、俺もそう思います。
Well, I think that's enough talking for now. Let's say you all to some lunch. You've had a long journey, you must be all starving. Now that you mention it, that's true, we did set off rather early. Thank you for your kindness. I can't wait to sample the culinary delights of our instructor's home. I'll have everything ready as soon as I can. I gathered some excellent pheasant meat during my morning hunt. You're going to love it. You went out hunting first thing in the morning? Someone must have been fired up. Your parents are such wonderful people. Tell me about it. Ah, that was delicious. I knew the meat would be fresh, but your garden-raised vegetables were delicious as well, Lady Schwarzer. How do you grow vegetables in the winter? That meal was the perfect balance of rustic and flavorful. And they weren't being stingy about the portions either. I've never tasted a wild strawberry tart as fine as that. The tea afterwards was first rate too. I actually think I might have eaten a bit too much. I'm just happy we could satisfy you all. Either way, we'll get out of your way now. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to call on us. Thank you. So, Major, now that I've got the chance to ask, there's one thing I've been wondering. Why exactly did you call us here? Oh. Oh, so Claire is the reason they came here. All Principal Aurelia told us is that we're here for a special assignment. Whatever it is, it clearly concerns the RMP too. I understand your curiosity, and naturally there is a good reason why you're the only class here. However, I'm afraid it is not my place to elaborate. So someone else will be telling us? Regardless, it will be a while longer before everything is ready. You haven't been home for 6 months, Reen, so why don't you get the chance to walk around Ymir while you wait? I imagine the rest of you would enjoy the opportunity to take in the sights too. Huh, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Most of you have never been here before, so how about I show you all around? I must admit, that is rather tempting. But instructor, it's rare you're afforded the chance to come back here. There must be things you want to do without us. Yeah, we can show ourselves around, no problem. It's not like we're babies, you know. We'll be alright on our own. Well, if you insist. Appreciate the sentiment, but it kind of stinks to be shot down like that. But I guess I'll do what they say and see how everyone in Ymir is doing. Carrying over bonds. If you choose to carry over clear data from Trails of Cold Steel 4, the bonds Reen had formed will be carried over as well. If Reen formed a special bond with a female character, that symbol will be marked with a heart symbol and join the party with a higher link level than normal. You can also take this chance to change which character you want Reen to have formed a special bond with without replaying Trails of Cold Steel 4. Choose which character Reen formed a special bond with. Okay. Well, it's already carried it over, so, we're gonna stick with Laura. All the characters who reach maximum bond level with Reen in the clear data you carried over will be marked with a star symbol, and will start with a higher link level. All the characters you select here will receive a bonus Link experience, but only those marked with the star symbol will receive a full additional Link level. Choose which characters Rean formed a bond with. Yeah, everybody. Literally everybody except for Elise. Oops. That's actually going to be a funny screenshot. If you choose to carry over clear data, okay. So good to be back home. It's a shame we won't be able to just walk around here, just the two of us. I have a feeling Laura would love this place, and think of the training opportunities someday. We'll see her again. Anyway, I should get going. Maybe we're checking in on the others if I run into them too. So I wonder, like, if you chose Yuna, or, you know, anyone, like Yuna, Muse, Altina, is he still gonna say the same thing? I mean, they're obviously physically right here. Alright, well, we're getting to walk around as Rean again. And it's obviously the first time we're in this outfit and hair in a very long time. Because obviously by the time you finish Cold Steel 4, like, he gets his hair and outfit back, but you don't play as him again. But, yeah, here we are in Ymir. So I guess we'll, take a look around. By the way, your romance interest is really only important for that scene right there, and then there's one more scene later in the game. But other than that, your bond choice from Cold Steel 4 really does not matter for this game. So you really don't have to worry about your choice too much. Oh yeah, I spent some time in the city recently. I was working at a super fancy hotel in Rower. I was wondering what city she was mentioning, but I forgot Rower is close by. I remember in Cold Steel 2, they took the river down to sneak into Rower. All I had to do was say I'd worked here at the Phoenix Wings, and they hired me on the spot. This place has some real brand value. Well, it is connected to the Imperial family after all. It's no surprise everyone in the industry knows of it. Still, congratulations. I know you've always wanted to work in a big hotel in the city, so I'm glad you finally pulled it off. But that raises the question of what you're doing back here. Well, there's a story behind that. At first I was loving it. It all felt so fresh and exciting, but after a while I started feeling I didn't belong. Everyone who came in looked so tired too, like they just checked out without ever really saying hi or anything. So it was hard to know if they had the relaxing stay I wanted them to, you know? Just felt like something was missing. Oh, so that's why you came back here. I guess Ymir is where you really belong after all, you just didn't know it. You're probably right, it just feels kind of a shame. Either way, I feel like visiting the city chilled me out a bit, so I'm just going to take things at my own pace from now on. So, if you need anything, just let me know, okay? I'll be right here. I will. Thanks, Maple. That was a long dialogue for Maple. Elise came back here for a short while, but she looked as busy as ever. I suppose she wants to do what she can to support Princess Alpha now that she's resumed her royal business. She hasn't told me that directly, but that's more or less what I've heard, too, yeah. It makes sense, especially since Her Highness likely still has plenty on her plate. Yes, I suppose so. Poor princess. It's strange, the Schwarzers have long maintained good relations with the Imperial household, but it was never our intention to force the two of you to carry that on. Yet somehow Elise still naturally gravitated toward Her Highness. And from what I understand, you seem to be rather friendly with her as well, is that right? I suppose she's always been kind and gracious to me at the very least. Even with the war behind us, the Imperial family continues to endure difficulties of their own. I hope we can find a way to help them. It would be nice. Alright, let's go talk to Rean's dad. I can tell from the way your students look at you, you're doing a good job as their instructor. As your father, I couldn't be more happy and proud of you to see that, son. Thanks, Dad. It means a lot coming from you. Being a teacher is not so different from being a baron, you know. Both involve fostering the growth of those who look to you for guidance, such that they may grow ever stronger and self-sustaining. When you put it like that, I can see what you mean. You definitely are always supporting everyone around here. Exactly, that's why I figure If you were to inherit my position sometime down the line, I know it'd be in good hands. That's a conversation for another day, I think. His dad still wants to eventually push this onto him. Yep, always the avid hunter. I think that's everybody in here, so let's head outside.
この澄んだ空気
Bado!
帰ってきたって感じがするな
Glad to see Bado. I'm home, Bado. Glad to see you still got that puppy pep in your step. Have you been helping Dad when he goes out hunting? I'm sure he's really happy to have you. Glad to see Bado here. So, looks like there are a few required locations.
足湯か腹ごしらえもしたしきっと最高に気持ちがいいだろうな
Obviously not going to be as much exploring to do here as we did in Crossbell in that first act. Enjoying the footbath, you two? We certainly are. It must be wonderful having a place like this in the middle of your village. It's one of Ymir's biggest selling points, to be sure. If you don't mind, I think I might join you. Ah, this really warms you up. It really does. I can feel all my fatigue just fading away, too. Strange how effective it is, given how little of your body is actually inside of it. So what were you two talking about before I came over? You, actually. Me? Specifically, we were talking about that power of yours. The curse's influence completely disappeared as a result of the final rivalry, right? But your specific power still remains, correct? Yeah, the seed that originally gave it to me is gone. But the power itself has developed to the point where it's essentially its own thing now. Oh? Oh, but there's no need to worry. I've got it largely under control now. Largely. Largely implies that still a possibility you may lose control over it. I can't deny that, but I'm devoting myself to make sure it doesn't happen. It isn't that we don't trust you. We simply don't trust your unfortunate habit of choosing to sacrifice yourself at the drop of a hat. I heard the first time you lost control of your power was here in Ymir, because you were trying to protect the Lees from a ferocious monster in the path to behind the village. Found out about that, huh? Still, I'm afraid that's just who I am. I can't promise I won't endanger myself for those I care about again, and Elise isn't the only one that's true for. Your perspective is logical in theory, but those who make such sacrifices don't understand just how painful they can be for those they mean to protect. Especially when they leave you completely alone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Besides, she came back in the end, so I have plenty of time to punish her for what she did. I'm sure you mean thank her for what she did. Incorrect.
それと教官には引き続き私の成長を見守っていただかないと。まだまだ教えてもらいたいことは山のようにありますし、勝手にいなくなられたら困るどころの話ではありません。
How nice. I won't leave you, don't worry. On a not entirely dissimilar note, when will we be going on that date you promised me, instructor? Wait, what date? This is the first I'm hearing of this. For him, too. Because I never promised anything like that. I can't believe you would simply forget. You agreed to it before our exams last month. Oh, Lord. It's almost time for the end of term exams. It's been a wild year, but I want each of you to prepare properly so you can show off the results of your hard work. You in particular, Muse. There's no need to hide your talents anymore. I want you to give this everything you've got. Instructor, that's a tough ask. But if you promise to give me a reward, I might be able to make that happen. You really are a handful, but let's see. If you manage to take the #1 spot on the combined rankings with the main campus, I'll happily treat you to a meal. That's not date, but I guess it could be interpreted that way. Sure enough, she placed at the top of the rankings without breaking a sweat. Ada must have been furious at placing second. I was gonna say, what about Cedric, but then, right, he left. What can I say? Love triumphs over all.
そのいずれにしても約束通り結果を出したので、改めてちゃんと褒めてもらってもいいですか?
Can't argue with that. Your motives are worth a raised eyebrow, but you really did well. Well done, Muse. I'm proud of you.
ありがとうございます。
And I suppose a promise is a promise. When we're done here in Ymir, I'll make time for us to go for our meal. Is that acceptable? Yay, I can hardly wait to spend a whole day with you and get dinner in the end. You're pretending to mishear me on purpose, aren't you? Those exams were a small price to pay for going on a date with the man of my dreams. I could place in any position you desire, from the top again all the way down to the bottom. You can deliberately rank bottom? Well, luck would factor into that one, so I would have to say bottom 3 to be certain. Well, couldn't you just get bottom by not getting any of them right? But what if there's 2 people that don't get any of them right? How do they decide who's more wrong? It's like competing against someone playing by an entirely different rules. Coming in here has gotten rid of my physical fatigue, but my mental fatigue has really jumped up to take its place. I think I'm gonna get out. What about you two? We'll stay in here a little longer. We still have the issue of your obsession with your sister to discuss. Now I'm really leaving. That is his own fault, though. I don't know if this really does anything. Why is this taking so long? Maximum, huh? That was such a long... Like, if you didn't put that on turbo, high-speed mode, that would have taken forever. Alright, let's... I assume Ash is going to be over there at the snowboarding thing. Is that Claire over there? No, it's Kurt. Maybe Claire's in here. Oh, no, it's Yuna. Looking to grab a souvenir? Yeah, for my family. Oh, and for Jessica and Louise as well. This place sells all sorts of rare stuff. Kind of reminds me of Nyo Soyan Imports. They both carry Eastern goods, it's true. Since a lot of their stuff come from the Republic, they were out of stock last year. But now things are finally back to normal. Thank goodness trade has recovered. Agreed. What is it, instructor? Nothing, I just thought you'd be more on edge today. You're surprisingly calm. I mean, today's the signing ceremony in Crossbell, yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about it. There's a part of me that wants to be home for such a monumental occasion. But I'd feel kind of left out if I was the only one who didn't get to come to Ymir. I belong with Class 7. You know. By the way, I heard something from Randy. He told me you played a big part in Operation Liberate Crossbell last month. Oh, it wasn't a big deal. I just helped Lloyd and the others a tiny bit. Are you really okay with staying at the branch campus? It's the end of the school year, so you should have been able to transfer back to Crossbell like Randy. Heck, I bet they'd love to have you at the police academy again. So you want me gone then? No, that's not what... I'm just messing with you. It's true I regret not being able to properly graduate from the police academy. But right now, my time at the branch campus is even more important. I said it earlier, it's where I belong. I see.
それに、リン教官のそばにもいられますし。
I wonder if these voice lines are because of who you max out your thing with.
今のは別に変な意味じゃなくて。
Haha, I know. There's still a lot I want to teach you too.
はい。
Anyway, everything I learned at Thorns is sure to be useful in the future. Whether it's for myself or to help strengthen the relationship between crossbill in the Empire. I'm going to be counting on you to teach me the good stuff, instructor. You have yourself a deal. Better get that brain of yours ready. Hey, Leo. Lord Reen, you're home, eh? How are things at the school? Really busy as we prepare for the new school year, but super fulfilling. You know what's kind of funny to think about? In both cases where school gets interrupted because of a crisis in the Empire, like, they never have, like, a full school year. Like, you really think about it, Cold Steel 3 started in what? What was it, like February or March? And it went until July, and then that's when the crisis happened? So, from July all the way to September, the early September, they weren't in school, so how do they square that up when they go back to school? They missed all these months of curriculum. So they haven't had like a whole school year, but I'm guessing probably at least from like the end of September till now, so it's like early March or mid-March, they've been back in classes. So it's probably been a while. Same old, same old. See how my wife is, right? Are you going to be sticking around for long? I'll handle all your orbit modification and weapon upgrade needs. Thanks a lot. Oh, before I forget, have you heard the Arcus 2 got an update? Yeah, the Rheinfort group got in touch with us. I hear the slots got a boost? Correct, you can strengthen them up to a 3rd stage now, allowing for the insertion of even more powerful quartz. I actually got a sample from the RF group. It's yours if you want to see how it works. After strengthening the slot with this sepith, you should be able to plug the quartz in. Here you are. Thank you for everything. No need for thanks, I'm just happy to see you again. Since you're home and all, make sure to get some R&R. Of course. Appreciate it. Raikiri, Swordbreaker, X-Fencer, Calamity Claw, Luciole, Dreadnought, Dread Shout. Oh yeah, so they don't share the sepith between all across the different stuff. Actually, Altina. I don't think they share items either. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I think, okay. Yeah, so everything you open on Lloyd's group is what stays over there, I believe. Then you get all this stuff over here. Obviously, there's still some stuff to open over here. Okay, so Orbment. Give me Galleon for it instead of Silverthorn. Oh, I think that's new artwork for Reen. Oh yeah, so let me see. Oh, no, oh yeah, I think these are all new artworks as well. Oh yeah, it's with a soft face like that, definitely new artwork. And they have both of their S-Crafts from... Oh, he only has Breaking Dawn. So Reen doesn't have his old S-Craft anymore. But all of them have all their other ones. Yeah. Really not a huge fan of their branch campus uniforms, but it is what it is. Alright, let's talk to Camilla. Well, if it isn't Reen, welcome back. Long time no see, Camilla. You look well. What's that? I look young and my complexion is perfect, you sweet talker. Haha, you really haven't changed. Aw, come now, that's not true. I've been in the rare item business lately. Speaking of which, have you heard about this? It's Lake Lord's newest fishing gear. I ordered way too many sets. And on top of that, they sent me new rods and parts as a bonus. Care to take them off my hands? Are you sure? Of course, I'm sure this stuff would be much better used in the hands of a knowledgeable fisherman like you. Thanks. Just like with Lloyd. Whoa, this is a lot. Thank you so much. No need for thanks. I just like seeing you happy. I'll be running the shop as usual, so feel free to drop in whenever. Will do. Fishing, huh? It's starting to warm up a little, so it's the perfect time to cast a line on the mountain stream. Should give it a whirl when I have some free time. See if our shop has any. By the way, Reen, do you have a moment? What is it, Camilla? The girl looking at our stock over there is pretty cute. She your girlfriend? Their age difference isn't that far, but she still looks... She's like 3 years younger than him, so there is still an age difference there. I don't know how she would get that. She's one of my students, actually. Ah, from your school? You certainly seem quite close. I figured you brought your girlfriend home with you. Well, we've been through hell and back together, so... Wonder who you bring home next. Someone from your class, or perhaps Princess Alphen? Camilla? Camilla really wants to see who Reen gets with, huh? And she's right in earshot, too. She definitely would have heard that. Does she have anything to say about it? Are you looking for something too, instructor? I can lend a hand. Oh no, I've just been scoping out and been saying my hellos. I wouldn't say Ymir has a particular specialty, but this shop does carry a lot of locally made things. I'm sure you'll find something like you like if you keep looking around. Alright, sounds good. Oh yeah, I didn't actually even end up looking at the shop. Moonless Morn. Oh, give me this. Did I miss the first two? They must have been in Lloyd's chapter. Marksman of the Moonless Morn. I'm not really super worried about the books. Alright, we'll talk to Kurt and then we'll end the video, and we'll talk to everyone else next time. The scenery here truly is spectacular. Sure is. I've lived here most of my life and I'm still not tired of it. It's just a shame it doesn't last all year. Once the snow's gone, that's it. Still, I'm sure it's just replaced by an equally unique beauty of another season. You're not wrong there. You're more than welcome to visit again in another season if you want to see. I'd like that very much. Did you once practice your swordsmanship here? Sort of. It was further up the mountain, to be specific. Master Kafai and I spent about a month living out in the wilderness while he trained me intensively. Interesting. I've heard the Arcade School does a similar thing. Perhaps it's an Eastern manner of training that the Arcades later adopted? It's true that Eastern martial arts emphasize becoming one with nature, but I think in my case it was just because Master Kafai believed it to be effective. Securing food to eat and a place to sleep every day was hard enough, but sometimes he would even set monsters on me. Thinking back, I had to do some crazy stuff to make it through in one piece. And you're a glutton for punishment. I shudder to think what you must have gone through. Yeah, because you gotta think, Reen was like, what, 6 or 7 when he was doing this? Ouch, is that how you see me? Haha, forgive me, I didn't mean for it to come across quite so rudely. Still, perhaps I should try training myself in the mountains myself. I apologize if I'm assuming wrongly here, but... Are you feeling frustrated with your progress? Oh, no, I'm not. No, I suppose you're right. I'm happy to lend an ear if there's something you want to talk about. Alright, then. This isn't a new concern of mine, but it's something I was reminded of when we were introducing ourselves to your parents. Yuna and Altina have grown significantly since I first met them. And not just them, the same can be said for Ash, Muse, and the rest of the students at the Academy. They've all matured significantly in the years since we all enrolled. But then there's me. I don't feel like I've grown all that much at all. I continue to train every day, and I do feel as though I'm improving. I'm just frustrated by the pace. I think you only feel that way because you're more capable than most. What do you mean? In other words, you expect more of yourself than most people do. When you put your bar for success so high, it's only natural it's going to be harder to surpass it. That's just reality. But that makes it sound as if I've got barely any room for improvement. That's definitely not the case. It's going to be more difficult for you to make significant progress than before, but you've been overcoming that for a while. Last year you faced off against Prince Cedric and overcame many trials before that. But you weren't content to rest on your laurels. In 6 months since, you've never stopped working to better yourself. I think you're the only one who can't see how much progress you made. As your instructor, I know better than anyone just how much you've improved. So have confidence in yourself, Kurt. Thank you, instructor. Of course, don't take that as me telling you to be content with how you are and to stop trying. Heh, I wouldn't dream of it. I have no intention of slowing my pace, at least not until I've surpassed you. Wow, sounds like I have a good reason to keep bettering myself then. Well, I'm gonna get going, but we have the Phoenix Wings to ourselves today. I'd recommend you taking the chance to relax in the hot springs while you have it. Sounds wonderful. I might stay here for a moment to collect my thoughts and then head over. Hi, Luna. And Claire. Wait. Why is Snow... Isn't this the daughter of that family that all got separated? Why is the snow so white? Why is there hot water outdoors? Those are, I mean, not uncommon questions. Why? Tell me. Well, it's because this village is known for its hot springs. But why? Listen, weren't you about to go shopping? Oh, you're right. I'm doing mommy shopping for her today, so she doesn't have to. Be careful, alright? I will accompany you to the shop entrance. I'm still just like... that dialogue. Why is the snow so white? Why is there hot water outdoors? Oh, that was just entertaining. Alright, I'm sure it's Ash down here wanting to snowboard. Yep. I mean, you remember back in, I forget if it was Cold Steel 4 or 3 when Reen mentioned about snowboarding and Ash wanting to try it. What are you up to over here, Ash? Nothing much, just wandering around. But man, there sure is a lot of snow left down this way. Well, we don't usually use this path. There's no point in removing any of the snow that builds up here, it just stays until it melts. Guess it makes sense if you got a cable car anyway. Something on your mind? Kinda. A while back I heard someone talking about a sport you can basically only do on a snowy mountain. I just can't remember the name though. Snowboarding? That's the one. Heard something about using a special board to ride all the way down the bottom of the mountain. Figure there's gotta be enough snow here to do it, right? Though I'm thrilled you're so interested in snowboarding, that would be a really bad idea. Why, gonna tell me, ooh, Ash, most of the snow's already melted, you're gonna die a horrible death or something? Well, screw that, life's no fun without a bit of risk. To be fair, you hit most of what I was going to say, but yeah, there's no chance I'll let you snowboard in this. Ugh, lame. If you want to give snowboarding a try, though, you're more than welcome to come back here in the winter. I'll even teach you myself. Huh, I'd surpass you in no time flat. I'd like to see you try. I'll have you know, I'm at the top of the leaderboards for every course here. Man, when you get hooked on something, you really do get hooked, huh? But don't forget, I'm from Raquel. I grew up gambling to put food on the table. There ain't a game I can't win. I'm not afraid to embarrass you on your own turf. Well, that sounds like a challenge to me. Can't wait to see who comes out on top. Just remember, you're not allowed to bet anything on the outcome unless we do it after you graduate. Bye, you and your damn rules. Makes sense. Alright, so next time we're gonna finish talking to everyone here, which I assume is just Claire at this point, because I think we've talked to everybody. So I'm guessing Claire is probably here in the tavern. So we'll speak to Claire and then move on with our day. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.